Hello and welcome to Nicole Bryant Dance. So in today's video, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on applying stage makeup for a dance performance. All right, let's get started. Okay, before we get started, I wanted to show you the supplies that you will need as you begin doing your stage makeup. So of course I have foundation and powder, makeup brushes, eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, lip liner, and lipstick. I always like to have a tissue handy to do any cleaning up of messes and such, and of course a hairband to pull my hair back. What I'm missing here is blush. I don't wear blush. I don't wear much makeup at all. So I'll show you how to apply the blush without actually having any. All right, so let's get started with the actual makeup application. All right, so let's begin with our stage makeup. First, you need foundation. You want to start with a clean face, no makeup on. Make sure you've just washed your face. That way you're not locking in any dirt into your pores. I like this foundation where it's got a little sponge in it. I feel like it goes on more evenly and more smoothly. Foundation is super important in terms of making sure that you don't look washed out underneath the stage lights. So super important that you start with the foundation. Really blend underneath your jawbone and your chin. What you don't want is that line that can be created between the foundation that you have here and not on your neck. So you just blend that down really nicely like so. Get it around your lips. That also helps prevent your lipstick from running. Good. Foundation. Second thing, powder. Powder helps to take away any of the greasiness, the oiliness that appears on the face. Just gently brush that over your foundation. And of course you realize I'm putting all this makeup on a little heavier than I would if I were just going out for the evening, for example. Because as you dance and inevitably under the hot stage lights sweat, your makeup will stay. Again, blend that under there. Great. All right, now we move on to eyes. All right, for eyes, I recommend to use 3 colors. Mine came with 4, but I recommend to use 3. I still like natural tones, even though it's stage makeup. But I still recommend that. So you're gonna need a base color. You're gonna need a color for the creases here around your eyes. And then I like a white that I put right here in the corners, just to help make the eyes pop when they're on stage. All right, so start here. I put that base coat over my entire eyelid. I find that it helps the makeup to blend better. It looks more smooth and even. All right, now for the crease. It's a darker color. I'm gonna come right in here in this natural crease of my eye. Okay, I'm not gonna take it all the way to this side. I'm gonna stop about this side of my pupil, or iris, sorry. So I'm gonna come across about 3/4 of the way. And I like to take this down right under the corner of my eye there, just to get a little blend going. Just to make a little connection there. Okay, last but not least, I take an angled brush in the light, whiter color. Mine says brow bone on it, but I don't take their suggestions. And I'm gonna come right in the corner of my eye here. So I have to use my other mirror. And I'm just gonna go right in that corner and just move across underneath this crease that I put in here. You just want to make sure that's pretty even. You get this kind of thing happening. All right. From there, I want to put on my eyeliner. Now, eyeliner is one of those things that you're definitely going to put on heavier for stage makeup. You're also going to do it differently than you would in everyday makeup. So for the most part, my application has been what I would do on a normal day, but heavier. Although I don't wear foundation on a normal day, but just sort of in thinking about how you put on the makeup. Eyeliner is going to be different. So one of the things that will help your eyes to pop and look bigger and more open when you're on stage is to make a little fishtail in the corner here of your eye, which is not something that you would do in an everyday situation, or even if you were going to, say, the prom, you wouldn't do this technique. But I do start the rest of it exactly like I do in an everyday situation. Mine is blue. It's dark denim. I don't know. Yes, a girl of the 80s and 90s, so we did wear some blue. Okay, so the trick with eyeliner is that this is stage makeup once again. Okay, so I want my eyes to pop. I'm actually gonna take the line around again to the inside of my iris on the bottom, okay? In an everyday situation, I'm gonna go to the outside of my iris. But in a stage makeup situation, I'm gonna take that all the way under and stop right there on that eye and right there on that eye, okay? On my upper lids, I'm gonna do exactly the same thing, okay? I want my eyes to be big, I want them to pop. And this is partly why I've put this white eyeshadow here as a highlight to counteract the fact that I'm taking my eyeliner further in towards my nose than I would in an everyday situation. Okay, I might make some faces when I do this. Now I've gone under my eye. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna extend this right here naturally from that corner of my eye. I'm gonna make a little line that goes up like that. Can you see that? Okay, so that's the first half of my fishtail. Now I'm gonna do the upper lids. Again, I'm gonna do it like I would do normally, starting here in the corner. Like so, and again, I'm gonna come around naturally from this curve of the corner of my eye, and I'm gonna take that down, and I'm gonna complete my fishtail. Can you see that? So I wouldn't do that in a normal situation, or even in a going out situation. I wouldn't create this. But on the stage, from a distance, it really makes your eyes pop. So you can see really the difference. Why I don't ever come without makeup on. All right, good. Whoops, always forget to put my hair up. All right, get that hair out of the way. So now this eye, same thing. See, here's a moment when I'm thinking I need a little tissue. There we go. So, making faces, sorry. And I've got that evenly on the bottom, again, from that natural line from the bottom lid. I'm gonna take that up. I'm gonna look over here and see how far out I took that. I want it to be even on both sides. Good. Now, top lid. Starting from the corner. Good. Again, from the corner, I'm gonna take that down. I'm gonna have a look at how I angled it over here. I want it to angle out exactly the same way. And if you follow that natural curve of your own eyelid and come right out of that corner in a natural way, that makes this fishtail look much better. These I always go back and clean up a little bit afterwards. Just to make sure they're the same size. Okay, so you can see a bit from a distance how that makes your eyes start to really pop. All right, next thing's mascara. Again, you're gonna put mascara on a bit heavier than you would in an everyday situation. So my recommendation is to get a brow brush, and after you do one application of the mascara, you go through and kind of smooth it a little bit to get out the extra clumps. Do the other eye and then come back and do that second coat so that your eyelashes are all nicely organized and spread out, spaced, that you did with this, with the first application. As that application starts to dry, but isn't completely dry, then you put that second application on, and that just thickens up that mascara so that it's very visible from the audience. All right, here's where I'll definitely make faces at you. Nice face, huh? Sorry, I'm using my other mirror I have here. It's hard to see my lashes on the camera. So I've got that first application. I'm gonna take this side of my brow brush and I'm just gonna go through a little bit. Spread and straighten those lashes a bit. And then I'm gonna let that start to dry as I go to my other eye. Spread those out like that. How does that look? Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry just a little bit. I'm gonna come down. Oh, here's a tip for your mascara. Never pump. I see people pumping their mascara. What you do is you put air in the tube and it dries out your mascara. So if you're having problems with really clumpy mascara in your everyday life, you're probably going and pumping air into the bottle. You don't wanna do that. You just wanna, you can go around like that. If it's running low, don't forget your bottom lashes. Here's where my tissue comes in handy. Now I'm gonna get this brush again. Making this hideous face pulls your skin down away from your eyelashes so that you don't just get mascara all underneath your eyes. Like so. And now is the moment when you go back, starting with the first eye that you began, and doing that second coat really quickly, just to thicken it up a little bit.
Underneath.
Mostly when I do the second part, I have to get there, but that's about me, I think. Everybody's lashes grow differently. All right, so there. Most of it. Now, when you put eyeshadow on, it's powdery, so you can get extra powdery bits in places you don't want it. So I always go back with my brow brush and just take a little brush through my eyebrows. Not just to straighten them out nicely, but also to get any of the extra powder out of the brows. You can always, if you have really light colored brows, you can go back with a brow pencil and color them in to make them a little darker for the stage. Mine are plenty dark on their own, so I don't ever do that, but you can do that, and you would take it and you would just along the grain very lightly. You can, it's easier to add than it is to take away. So if you've got really pale eyebrows and you want to add some color to them, just to give more color to your face, really gently, very lightly at first, go through and draw inside of them and stay inside the hair, okay? So you don't necessarily want to be on the very, very edge of the hair. You want to stay sort of more inside. You don't really want to look outlined, if that makes sense. Now here's the point, if I had blush, I would put blush on, but I don't have blush. So imagine I had blush, this is my powder, but you would take your blusher brush and you're looking for this natural line here that's formed along your cheek because of your cheekbone, okay? And your blush goes right along that cheekbone, okay? I see lots of people go with their blush. That also could be a product of growing up in the 80s, to be fair. But that's a bad idea because you get it on really heavy, and I know it's stage makeup and we want it on heavy, but I would recommend to just sort of go from here and outward toward your hairline, okay, when you're doing the blush. On both sides, of course. What you're highlighting are your natural cheekbones, okay? You don't really want to get that blush in here too low right here. I have a pretty red complexion already, so I don't usually wear blush. And the other thing that you'll find when you put on blush is that you might end up with some powdery bits in your hair here, which you can, again, take your brow brush and clean those out if you needed to. All right, last step here, last piece of the puzzle is lipstick. Different dance teachers for shows require different things. My dance teacher always liked everybody to have red lipstick on. So, but for me, I let my girls wear whatever color they prefer to wear. And my lip liner's not cooperating. Where did it? All right, lip liner. Lip liner helps to define your lips, make them symmetrical. It's also really, really good for preventing your lipstick from running. Have you seen that? People that have like dark lipstick on and it kind of runs in almost little veins outside of the lips. Lip liner really helps to prevent that. And when you have stage makeup on and you're wearing a brighter, darker, colored lipstick that you want to stay on, you're gonna want that protection from the lip liner. Okay, so just follow the natural shape of your lips. Like so. So when I outline them, that's when you can go back and see, okay, are they symmetrical? If they're not, you can make them symmetrical. Like so. I don't even have lipstick on yet, but you can definitely see a difference already with the lip liner. Okay, here comes the big dark lipstick. I never wear dark lipstick. Okay, let's see what happens now. I put it on the bottom. Do that, and then I'm gonna go back inside the arches here. This is when it's painfully obvious how asymmetrical my lips are. I clean it up with my lip liner. That lipstick's quite dry, very bright, wow. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of a lip gloss over it to lighten it out. Okay, so there you go. There's your stage makeup. Obviously I need blush, we talked about that, but you get the idea. You want it to be darker than your normal makeup so that you are really visible from the back of the theater, the audience can see you, you don't look washed out and pale, you have color in your face and that kind of thing, and you'll look great in your performance. Wonderful. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Please click like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.